Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Egg, and I think we're live. I'm not actually sure because I've no way of checking. This is my first live stream, so bear with me, everybody. Folks, today, right now, we're live in the pub. We've kicked everyone out, which was probably a good idea. And hello, Ant. Good morning. And we're here. So for the next, I don't know, few minutes or so, we're going to be talking about Pattaya, what's happening in the world, how we're doing, how the bar's doing. And the big question which I posed was, what is going to happen when the bars in Pattaya have to make a big decision? And what is that decision? Because it's not necessarily what you think it is. Please let me know if you can hear me all right, because I'm not too sure about the audio. I bought a new camera today, so obviously I look fantastic, obviously. Sarcasm, America. But I'm not sure about the sound. Okay, Anne says I can hear you can hear you okay. Hello to Paul, hello to Irish B, Ferryman, thank you for tuning in. And if you wanna comment, please do. Okay, let me just explain something to you before we start. I knew it was a bad idea to do this sort of at the end of the night because, as you know, if you're a regular here at the pub, or even if you just pop in when you're on holiday, I'm not really a drinker. But tonight, we had a very special event because a regular customer of ours from Germany came in and he'd gone through quarantine. He was in Munich, he came over, we did the 2 weeks. He came into Bangkok on Sunday. Sorry, he exited the quarantine hotel on Sunday, and he came into Pattaya tonight. So he pops in, and obviously mayhem. So I've had a couple of gin and tonics. I can assure you this is water. Yes, water on a live stream from Pattaya, but it really is water, and nobody's bought it me anyway, so never mind. Okay, that feels good. So the first thing is, if things are a bit wonky, I mean, anything could happen. But if things don't quite go right, then, you know. Okay, second thing is, I told you about the sound. Okay, last thing I wanted to say to you is, if you're expecting loads and loads of girls dancing around sort of half naked, you know, doing rude things with glasses and things like that, drinking tequila shots, yeah, not this stream. There's that much of a possibility that we might do that one day. Although I've kind of set my stall out there and said, no, never doing it, never doing live streams. We might talk about that on a live stream in the future. But right now, yeah, no, it's just me. So if you're looking for girls, Pattaya live stream, yeah, here we go. No, it's just me. Actually, my cleaner's around because she's sort of tidying up. You might see her, but she's a bit older than me. So anyway, all that said and done, the reason that I did this tonight was because all of my friends in England, and I am from England, I know you're going to be locked down from today. So I thought, well, it's 7:30. It's only, well, it used to be Coronation Street on at 7:30. Or EastEnders, one of them. I haven't been back to England for like 10 years. So, oh, you don't want to watch that, you know, well-produced drama, you know. Why, just some bloke with a video camera in his bar in Pattaya. That's what we want. We've got 74 people watching at the moment, so thank you very much. Let's hello to a few people. Fat Slob blog, hello. Chico, hello to you. Wrong. Somebody who's got about gin and tonics, or vodka and tonics. Yeah, yeah. It could have an influence a bit later, but let's have another swig of water. It's the cleaner. The cleaner's just gone. So we're all on our own. Okay. So to all my friends in the UK, a bit of a serious face. I know that there's been some kind of lockdown in Scotland already, and in Northern Ireland, and in parts of Wales. So if you're in England and you're locked down, we'll do one of these every week whilst you're locked down, and let's have a laugh, and hopefully have some special guests coming in the future, and etc. etc. I've just got to check to see if my cleaner has closed the door properly. Hold on. She has. Okay. What we're talking about today is the problems that bars face at the moment in Pattaya. Now, the biggest problem is there's no customers. Well, there are customers, but not a lot. Oh, thank you, Rupert. It's just sent me £10. Thank you. Haircut fund. Like it, mate. Thank you, Rupert. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you. There are customers, and I think those bars that are revolving around expats and have got like cheeky bar managers like me, or cheeky owners like me, I suppose, are going to do really well. Well, actually, they're going to survive. Let me say that. The bars that are relying on tourists, not so well. I know that there's no love for walking street out there amongst expats, and we do get a few expats coming in, but it really is a bit of a trickle at the moment. Hold that thought. Let me say hello to a few people. Once again, Rupert, thank you very much. Hi to Thai traffic in Pratamnak, where I used to live until I got stabbed by my ex-girlfriend, and she's now known as the Pratamnak Slasher. I might do a video on her. So hi to everyone there. Vixen Sailing from Norway. Good evening, sir. The nights must be getting really dark in Norway. So, you know, the light from that's refracting off my head will be the only light you get. John, good evening from Norway as well. Oh, massive Norway. Huge. No problem for Charlie, just overstay and pay airport. His snigger. Okay, no Pattaya for Shannon. Hello. I'm a little bit drunk. I don't quite understand the message, but hello. Okay, so those bars that are catering just for tourists are really, really struggling, obviously, and the majority of those haven't opened at all. On Walking Street right now, I'm going to be honest with you, it's busy Friday and Saturday, and generally we get either a good Friday or a good Saturday. We never ever get sort of a good, like, 2 days. And then for the rest of the days, we'll have a good night every now and then, maybe every other day or every 2 or 3 days. But other than that, it's really, really, really quiet. The decision that I'm on about, that the bars have got to make, doesn't necessarily concern the fact that there's no customers around. It concerns a legal matter. And the legal matter is, and I've not seen this discussed anywhere on the Pattaya forums, which is why I wanted to talk about it tonight. The legal matter is the entertainment license of all the entertainment venues in and around Pattaya. Those run out at the same time on the 31st of December. And bars are going to have to make a decision. If they're just ticking over, there's obviously not going to be a high season this year. Are they going to renew their entertainment license? Now, let's put some meat on the bone. How much is the entertainment license? Hold on a minute. Alan Day from Liverpool. Good evening, sir. Should I do my Scouse impression? Yeah, not a good idea. Don't give up the day job, Phil. Mark Evans, miss you guys, and we're missing everybody that's not here as well. Hello, Mark. Long Finger, Phil, did you used to work at Spearmint Rhino in Birmingham? Yes, I did. And wasn't that a gravy train that stopped? Hello, Longfinger. Yes, I did work at Spearmint Rhino in Birmingham and Spearmint Rhino in London as well for a while. Question, is still the boys in blue out collecting tea money in these hard times? Do they give a discount? The answer to that is, in certain bars, yes, but in my bar, because like we're not really doing anything crazy, the answer is no, we've never had that problem. But yes, and the answer is we don't. The boys in blue and T Money are never usually discussed openly. So I've got to be very careful about what I say, other than it's kind of business as normal, but yeah, from what I understand, everybody here just wants the industry to tick over. Got to be careful what I say. So people are helping out. People like, you know, the people at City Hall, they're helping out. So yeah, the answer to your question is yes and yes, but I'm being very careful what I say. Christian, hello. When Thailand opened the borders, you think the prices go skyrocket and in the bars and the hotels? $1 million question. Not sure. At the moment, prices, and I'm assuming that you mean prices for entertainment and stuff, are rock bottom. People and bars and businesses are losing money. I would like to think that certain bars that are smart won't be putting prices up. And also the staff, and again, I've got to be careful what I say, the staff that work in those bars, if they're smart, will keep it on a level. But people really are suffering at the moment. They're borrowing money, and I'm not 100% that that's what's going to happen. I don't think it will go crazy, and I certainly think, and most people here at the moment think that it was a bit of a bubble that eventually burst, i.e. The staff salaries going sky high, 1,000, 1,500 baht a day just to dance. And by the way, it's not easy dancing in high heels for 8 hours a day, but you know, that's ridiculous money. And I think the owners realise that, and that's come down, and I'd like to think that that will continue. Actually, it's about this time that I should tell you that we're having a question and answer session on Saturday. We're recording a video called Ask the Egg. For those of you who don't know, my nickname is Mr. Egg. And we're going to be doing not a live stream, a recorded sort of question and answer session. So if you want to drop any questions of that nature, please do so to asktheegg2@gmail.com. That's asktheegg2. And if this was really well produced, you sort of have a line here with it on. asktheegg2@gmail.com for any kind of questions. I don't mind. I'm free and easy. I'll answer questions all night. But in my own opinion, by the way, I'm not an expert. And you may well disagree with what I say, and you're probably right to. But it's just what I think. I've been here a few years, and maybe I know a little bit more than the average person in the bars, because I've run bars and I've worked in bars, etc. Hold on a second. Dave Barwise, Isabel, will give you feedback tomorrow. Hope all enjoy. Thanks, Dave. He's obviously not enjoying it. Probably talking too much, I would imagine. Kun Mark, I'm a bit worried about Nick's bar on Soy 7. He just rented days before COVID. Nick is Nick Dean, who is a good friend of mine, has always helped me on my YouTube career, and also helped the bar as well. That's NDTVI. That's his. Oh, I hope I've got that right. NDTVI. If you don't know Nick's channel, he's just the king of all of this. So please say hello to him. Yeah, he's got a bar on Soy 7. He puts on a brave face. I don't really know Nick that well. I only really talk to him when I'm doing stuff for him on his channel, and he comes into Soy Diamond and the pub and films stuff for his channel. So I don't know. I really haven't discussed it with him. If it was me, I'd be extremely concerned. But Nick's a pretty clued up guy, and he's very laid back as well. So I'm sure he'll be okay. Dave Barwise again. A quarantine reduced to 10 days. Again, question we may maybe ask in my later video. Questions about visas, quarantine. I love people messaging me, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and now on YouTube. But I've no idea about visas or quarantine issues. The old crystal ball, the old Mr. Egg crystal ball doesn't work anymore. I think somebody said the other day that as soon as one of the Southeast Asian countries relaxes the border restrictions a little bit, I think they'll all fall into line. I'd like to think that is true, but Thailand's, oh, there comes that gin and tonic. Thailand's doing really well, and they just want to keep it COVID-free at the moment. And we have to remember, we are really lucky here in Pattaya, because, and in Thailand in general, because we haven't had a second wave. All the bars and entertainment venues around most European countries are now closed. We're lucky we're still open. We want to keep it like that. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Hi, yeah, I have got chest burn. That's Devious. I think that might be Devi. Hello, Devi. Yes, Devious. Yes, it is chest burn. Why are you called Le Pub when you ain't French? Why the Poncy French name? The answer to that is there was a pub in Birmingham called Le Pub. I used to DJ at that every now and then with my mate Kevin. I just liked the name. It was 2 syllables, and I like 2 syllables. And there wasn't a Le Pub in Thailand. I could take the name for Facebook and Google and stuff like that. So that's the reason. And also, Soy Diamond is a bit continental. It looks a bit like, you know, a soiree in Paris sometimes. So that was another reason as well. Ivor Chopper, like the name. People will be able to pick and choose for a while depending on the flow of tourists. I would guess. Be interesting. What's the air flight will be? One of the comments I made when COVID first struck was, could this be the end of international air travel? Or cheap international air travel? Who knows? Maybe for a few years. But think about this. 1996, the first time I came to Thailand, the airfare was, I think, about 450, 500 pounds. It was around about that mark. In 2020, before COVID, the airfare from the UK to Thailand was about 450, 500 pounds. So people were complaining, quite rightly, about bar fines going up, about drink prices, about whatever, prices going up. They forgot that a really big chunk of the holiday back in the old days for us old farts was, you know, the huge airfare. It was a lot of money. I mean, we're talking 20, 25 years ago. You know, that was expensive. So if airfares do go up, I would put a comment out there. It probably won't be very popular, and that is, it's just inflation. You know, it's gone up. It's stayed the same for 25 years. Devious Hyla Pub, yes, Chesburn. If I've missed anybody's comments out, I do apologise. Has Nick still got the Hacienda, or Hacienda, somebody asked? Yes, he has. Chandler, Bing Bong, howdy. Too many jumbo jets gathering dust, low-cost flying to be scrapped. Again, I'm not really an expert on aviation. I hope that isn't the case, but it may well be that 3 trips a year turn into 2 trips a year, or even just 1 trip a year. Who knows? Thanks for your comments, everybody. And I hope the audio is okay. And I hope, if I'm talking too much, because I'll talk to a brick wall for 10 hours. I apologise. I'll try and slow down as well. We've been going 20 minutes. We've now got 114 people watching all around the world. Let me know where you are around the world in the comments. Okay, getting back to what I was talking to about the entertainment licenses. This is going to happen on the 1st of January. 1st of January, you have to have the new entertainment license for 2021. Everybody has to have it. And the application is not easy. It's complicated in that you have to have, for example, an engineer come into your venue every year and check things like fire exits, the position of closed circuit television cameras, and basic health and safety that are important for our industry. But that engineer's visit, for me, in my bar costs about 10,000 baht. That's expensive, and I'm just like a small beer bar. I would imagine for other venues it's a lot more expensive. Then you've got to apply for the license. You've got to make sure the licensee is all correct. He or she has to do a police check. It's a really complicated and expensive application. So a lot of bars might turn around if Christmas is rubbish, which, let's face it, it probably will be. If New Year's not looking any better, and say, you know what, let's just give it a rest for a few months. My prediction is that the big decision that bars have got to make, i.e., will we continue legally with the entertainment license? They may decide to stop. You might be seeing a lot of smaller bars deciding to give it up and just to hold on until things get better. When that will be is anyone's game. Who knows? What do you think about that? Let's go through some of the comments. Hedge Fund is in London. Hello, sir. Stuart Valentine in Dundee in Scotland. Greetings to you. I think in Scotland they've been locked down a lot longer. Not sure. Anyway, John Mayer, best wishes, Phil, and all in Pattaya. Hope to see you soon. Hello, John. Nice to hear from you. Ferguson Sailing, alcohol license renewal costs as well. Okay, the alcohol license, I just said the renewal for the entertainment license is it can get on for about 20,000 baht. The alcohol license, you just walk in and it's 300 baht. It's really, really easy license to get as long as you've got a Thai person. No Pattaya for Shannon. Mexico acting as a male escort for... Okay, well, yeah, okay. Moving on. Jenny, Stavanger in Norway. We're massive in Norway today. Hello, Norwegians. Nice to see you. Hi, Mr. Egg. This is from Rafi. Hi, Mr. Egg. Just joined. Sorry for the late. Okay, don't worry. We're going to keep going. Again, if you're expecting dancing girls in bikinis, drinking tequila shots, that's not going to happen this week. We might do that if I can encourage the girls to do that. Maybe next week, maybe in the future. But let me make it absolutely clear. It will be like this when the bar is closed. So any customers that are coming in the bar, don't worry. But again, at the moment, I'm not sure about live streaming. Maybe that's a subject we'll discuss in a live stream in the future. Hello to the Celtic Cola in Edinburgh, Scotland. Sorry, my screen's a bit small. 4 gin and tonics today. 4. I'm usually on the floor. Well, I was going to go home and say, oh, live stream, forget that. But I braved on. Thai-tastic, congrats on busting through 100 viewers on chat. I don't know if it's that good. I'm sure it is. 131 we've got now. Thank you, everybody. We'll do this again next week. Dave Dawson, hello to you. Good day to the chap in Edinburgh, Celtic Cola. Just started watching your videos. Thank you very much. Dave Dawson, morning, Phil. RE Scotland. It's just the central belt, greater Glasgow, Edinburgh areas that has restrictions in place. Up in the north, East Highlands, it's pretty much business as usual for lost folks. Thanks for that information, and I hope Scotland comes out quicker than England. There was news today that reached me about Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor, had just extended the furlough scheme till the end of March. So it's not looking good certainly for the UK. It looks like that the lockdown might last a lot longer. I certainly hope not. And again, it's very easy to sort of go, oh, well, we're in Thailand, in Pattaya, we're having a good time. Really, it's not a money thing, but we miss you all. Not just in the UK, but in Norway and everywhere else around the world. We are missing you. So hopefully we'll get back soon. A couple more comments. Tom in Thailand booked a flight for beginning of March. Can't see it happening. Again, I'm not an expert on any of this, and all the predictions I've made about COVID, lockdown, coronavirus, borders opening have all been completely wrong. So I don't know. Fingers crossed for you though, Tom. I hope you get over. Phil Newton, hi Phil, in Brighton, a good friend of mine. Yes, back on furlough here, working 10 hours per week. Phil's a great friend of mine. Every bar I've ever been in, I think, he's been along. And Phil, it would be great to see you and Dave over here real soon. On the subject of furlough, I'm sure most of you understand the term furlough. So certainly, it's a new term that's come up the last few months during COVID. There was a scheme in Thailand to pay casual workers. I think it was 3,000 baht for 3 months, or it might have been 4,000 baht. I can't remember. So they were people that basically weren't employed by me, but they worked in the bar and they got money. Also, the customers that, the girls that did officially work for me and were on the books eventually got some money, but it was about sort of 10,000 baht. Other than that, they've had absolutely nothing. They've had absolutely nothing. And me as a business owner, again, I don't want to come across as, oh, you know, it's just, he's moaning. It's the same for all of us over the world. But just so you know, other than a little bit of a reduction in my personal income tax from the business, I've had no help from the government at all. So small businesses, staff are being furloughed all around the world, and they're getting a lot more help than we are over here in Pattaya. Ronald Marlett has sent me $30 on the super chat. Thanks so much. Actually, I bought a new camera today, so that will go towards that camera fund. And thanks as well. When we get the girls in, we might extend that again. I'm not making any decisions about doing live streaming, but we'll see. Let's read a few more of your comments. Andrew 6, completely wrong, just like a real life clairvoyant. 555. Ha ha ha. Yes, I'm completely always wrong all the time. Actually, interesting. When I was on the radio many years ago, I used to do a thing. Actually, I used to broadcast about now. I used to do it in the middle of the night, and it's great because right in Pattaya right now, it's just coming up to 3 a.m. And you used to get some real characters on the radio, sort of that time. But I used to do a thing called Gypsy Rose Ross or something like that. And my surname is Ross, by the way. And I used to just read the Radio Times horoscope for people. And I used to get people stopping me in the shops and going, oh, you told me last week not to drink coffee. The coffee fee, don't worry. Thank you for your tip. And I thought, wow, people are so dumb. They don't believe anything I say. Dave Bulpin, 5,000 baht a month for the farmers. Thanks for that, Dave. And Dave, nice to meet you, mate. I hope you're doing all right. QPR won. Well done. Wish I could say the same for the Albion. Never mind. Nick Smith, ask the egg. So who will be the next president of the United States? Okay, don't worry, I've worked this out. The result for the next president of the United States will be announced on the 2nd of November, 2024. Put it in your diary. Raphael again, hey, hope this ends for you quickly. There was talk of a high-speed rail going from Bangkok to Pattaya. Is that still a go? Yes, Raphael, I was speaking to, the gin's kicking in. Water. I was speaking to an ex-boss of mine, the guy that used to own Exxon, where I used to work. If you want more information about that, go to the 10 years ago Go Bar Manager video. And he's now working on that project, which is a high-speed rail link, linking all the major airports in Thailand, which is Don Muang, which is the old airport in Bangkok, Suvarnabhumi, Swampy, and Utapao, which is the airport and a road in Rayong. And also it's going to be stopping off at other places as well. That's online for about 5 years. My personal opinion, that is going to absolutely transform Pattaya, because you'll be able to wake up in Thailand and in Pattaya, in a condo somewhere, Heartburn, and within an hour and 20 minutes, you'll be in downtown Bangkok. It's going to be a lot cheaper. It's going to be a lot cheaper to rent a condo in Pattaya than it is in Bangkok. So Pattaya will become a bit of a satellite town, rather like Luton is to London or Watford is to London. That will change it. I think there will be a lot more people, maybe Thai people, Western people that work in Bangkok who will be living in Pattaya. Because let's be honest, it's a lot more interesting here than it is in Bangkok. The nightlife is certainly better. Long finger, X-Zone is the best go-go I've ever been to. Okay, for a tourist and for a customer, it was brilliant. Think about it for a minute. Think about running that place. It was absolutely nuts. And there's so many stories that I can't tell you about on YouTube. If you ever pop into the bar, I'll tell you some stories about that place that would make your hair fall out. Well, I mean, the proof of the pudding. Yeah, thanks, Longfinger. X-Zone is an institution, long gone, unfortunately, but one of the greatest bars ever. Yes, probably. Andrew 6, is that a new shirt? No, this shirt was donated to me by a good friend of mine who comes in a bar called Brian, and this is the company he works for. It's something to do with chemicals for golf courses and lawns, growing grass, that sort of. Anyway, I looked at myself in the mirror today and thought, oh, I'm looking a little bit slimmer since I had dengue fever. I've lost 5 kilos. I weighed myself today for the first time in about, since I did that video where I weighed myself. And yeah, I'm down to 89 kilos. So I thought, yeah, give the old man boobs a bit of love. So there you go. Thanks, Brian, for the shirt. Yeah, it is kind of a new shirt. Trainer Best, that water looks exactly like vodka to me. Wrong. As you know, this is a live stream from Pattaya. We say it's alcohol, but it's water. Joke, right? Trust me, if that was a vodka, I would be. People who know me know I cannot drink, so I would be on my back by now. Let's continue. Alan Day. Really sad to hear about the Pattaya Beer Garden. What a great place. Hope that it reopens in one form or another. Best wishes to you all. Yeah, I was talking to Pattaya Pete, who is the owner of the Pattaya Beer Garden, and that was when he opened up again, about the second day. So that was, I think, August. And he was saying that the Pattaya Beer Garden, he was really hoping it would take off. It didn't. It closed at the end of September. My opinion is, yeah, he's just signed a new lease apparently, so he will be open in some form or another. I personally think that would have made a great venue for Thai people. The Thai food there was really good. You can sell that view. That view is so easy to sell on YouTube and on Instagram, and we all know what the Thai girls like to do. So, got a few misses. So that would have been really great for Thai couples coming down from Bangkok at the weekend. Maybe put a bit of Thai music in there, maybe put a live band in there or whatever. Mix it up a bit whilst there's no Westerners over here. I personally would have done that. But anyway, it's closed now. In my opinion, 100%, it will reopen, definitely. Bernard, hi from Australia. G'day, mate. Enjoyed the first State of Origin match. Which is a rugby league match for those people that don't know. I always support New South Wales. Did they win? I can't remember. It was close. They were absolutely running away with it at half time, and then some kind of mix up. The other team came back. Delirious Dave, don't drink. Losing weight is easy. Yes, it is, but I don't actually drink alcohol anyway. I don't know. I'll tell you what is really easy way to lose weight. Get dengue fever. Perfect. Daniel J. Pattaya clubs need to close down, rebuild that area, build a La La Land? Homes for sale to expats and rich travellers like you. Okay, thank you, Daniel. I'll bear that one in mind. Chandler, I wish I had somebody to actually, that might be an idea. I need somebody to moderate the messages. Chandler, we don't need a high-speed rail link. The 90-minute taxi ride is perfect for a power nap. Yes, but it's the 21st century. I honestly think that will bring a lot of much-needed money, tourists into Pattaya. People don't like change, I understand that. But Chandler, I appreciate your comments. Glitterally live. Oops. Greetings from Belgium. Hello. Let's leave the virus. I was reading some horror stories about Belgium on the news a couple of weeks ago that it was really suffering with COVID. I've got to say, the guy who owns the building that I'm in now, the pub building, is a Belgian guy, and I just wanted to say, amazing help I've had from my landlord. Not only has he been really good about the rent here, he's given me a condo to stay in. When he comes in for the rent, he rings the bell, he gives the girls money. If you're looking, he's got a couple of units for sale. If anybody's thinking of setting up a business in Pattaya, come and see me, I'll put you in touch with him. He's been the best landlord ever. Raphael, again, if Pattaya becomes civilized, if there's another town that will take over, talk of them getting rid of the bar scene. No, I'm not going to read the rest of that. Raphael, that's never going to happen. There will always be a bar scene in this town, in my opinion. It may well be a little bit underground, maybe in 20 or 30 years' time, but I think there will always be that. This is a party town. Everybody knows it. It's like Las Vegas here. Nobody can take this town seriously. It will always be a party town, and there will be a bar and entertainment scene. It will adapt like everything does, but there will be. Rafi Macaro, Phil, are some big hotels closed and not reopening for Christmas? You know about? Okay, many people are asking me to do a video about hotels. To be honest, I don't know. I'd have to walk around and find out. The answer to your question is, I don't know. I know about the Diamond Hotel here on Soy Diamond, which is closed now, and many others as well. A lot of people asking me about that, so I'll try and do a hotel video for what it's worth with my limited knowledge on what the hotel industry is here in the future. Thanks for your comment. Hot tea with cookies. Sounds nice. Sending positive vibes and wishes and lots of business from New York in the United States. Thank you very much, Hot Tea. Yeah, hi to everybody in America as well. So many American friends of mine can't come over. And what's happening in America? You know, it's never in the news these days. Moving swiftly on. Glitter Raspberry Love, yeah, we are suffering indeed. That's a comment from the guy in Belgium. Okay, we've got 152 people in the room, but I think I'm going to take a sip of water. I'm kind of done for now. Thank you, to everybody who's commented. Thank you to the people that have sent me money. Unexpected, but thank you very much. The question that I posed at the beginning is big decisions for the bar industry in this town. Yes, and watch out over Christmas into New Year. Which of those bars are going to decide, let's lock up, wait for 6 months or so, hopefully not that long, maybe to Songkran in April, and then we'll go around and get and get a license and open up again. I'm starting to lose it now. I think I better go. My next video is a video about Ask the Egg. This is my producer's big idea, and it's going quite well. We've received a lot of questions. He's going to stick me in this virtual studio, so I'm going to look like a quiz master, apparently, and I'm going to be answering questions, and there's going to be like loads of sound effects, and it's going to be hilarious. When I mean hilarious, I mean, hold on, let's do the voice. Hilarious. Watch out for that dropping in your inbox either on Saturday or Sunday. And if you want to send any more questions, I don't see the questions, by the way. The email address is for my producer, so I don't see any of the questions. It's asktheegg2@gmail.com. Asktheegg2@gmail.com. We've got a few more ideas for videos, including doing a soy 6 one, because believe it or not, I used to live on soy 6. I used to sit at home in West Bromwich, which is a small town out on the outskirts of Birmingham, with a rubbish football team. Watch out, Spurs. I used to lie in my bed, I suppose, and just dream about soy 6. Dream, you know, oh, I wish I could be there. What happened a few years later, I actually lived there. And I don't mean, oh, I was virtually living on that soil. No, that was where I lived. So I'm going to tell that story in a future video. Other future videos, obviously we've got the hotel one, and we've got loads of ideas, but some people have asked us if we can do a walking street walk at night so people can see what bars are open. Yeah, we'll do that one as well, so watch out for that. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already done it, please subscribe to the channel. We're on about 2,200 subscriptions now. We'd like to push that up. Go up there. And we'll do another live video probably next Thursday. It could be me. It could be me and the co-presenter. Or it could be me and the girls. Who knows? Thank you very much. Ciao for now.